Happy Friday! This week we're doing stories about dogs, and it is so fun and jam-packed that we have to get started right away. So, here we go. Dear Miss LaRue, Letters from Obedience School. The Snort City Register Gazette, September 30th. Local dog enters obedience school. Ike LaRue. Citing a long list of behavioral problems, Snort City resident Gertrude R. LaRue yesterday enrolled her dog, Ike, in the Igor Brottweiler Canine Academy, established in 1953. The academy has a history of dealing with such issues. "I'm at my wit's end," said Miss LaRue. "I love Ike, but I'm afraid he's quite spoiled. He steals food right off the kitchen counter, chases the neighbor's cats, howls whenever I'm away, and last week while I was crossing the street, he pulled me down and tore my best camel hair coat. I just don't know what else to do." School officials were unavailable for comment.
Ruff, ruff. Dear Miss LaRue, how could you do this to me? This is a prison, not a school. You should see the other dogs. They are bad dogs. Miss LaRue, I do not fit in. Even the journey here was a horror, and I'm very unhappy and may need something to chew on when I get home. Please come right away. Sincerely, Ike. Ruff. Dear Miss LaRue, were you really so upset about the chicken pot pie? You know you might have discussed it with me. You could have said, Ike, don't eat the chicken pot pie. I'm saving it for dinner. Would that have been so difficult? It would have prevented a lot of hard feelings. Needless to say, I've been horribly mistreated. You say I should be patient and accept that I'll be here through the term. Are you aware that the term lasts 2 months? Do you know how long that is in dog years? Sincerely, Ike. Dear Miss LaRue, I'd like to clear up some misconceptions about the Hibbins cat. First, they are hardly the little angels Miss Hibbins makes them out to be. Second, how should I know that they were doing out on the fire escape in the middle of January? They were being a bit melodramatic, don't you think? The way they cried and refused to come down. It's hard to believe they were really sick for 3 whole days. But you know cats. Your dog, Ike. Ruff. Dear Miss LaRue, you should see what goes on around here. The way my warden, Miss Klondike, barks orders is shocking. Day after day, I'm forced to perform the most meaningless task. Today it was sit and roll over. I won't do it. Of course, I was severely punished. And another thing, who will help you cross the street when I'm away? You know, you have a bad habit of not looking both ways. Think of all the times I've saved you. Well, there was that one time. Anyway, I must say, you weren't very grateful, complaining on and on about that tiny rip in your ratty old coat. But the point is, you need me. Yours, Ike. Ruff, ruff. Dear Miss LaRue, the guards here are all caught up in this good dog, bad dog thing. I hear it constantly. Good dog, Ike. Don't be a bad dog. Is it really so good to sit like a lummox all day? Nevertheless, I refuse to be broken. Miss Klondike has taken my typewriter. She claims it disturbs the other dogs. Does anybody care that the other dogs disturb me? Yours, Ike. Ruff. Dear Miss LaRue, were the neighbors really complaining about my howling? Is it hard to imagine first I didn't howl that much? You were away those nights, so you wouldn't know, but trust me, it was quite moderate. Second, let's recall that these are the same neighbors who are constantly waking me up in the middle of the afternoon with their loud vacuuming. I say we all have to learn to get along. My life here continues to be a nightmare. You wouldn't believe what goes on in the cafeteria. Sincerely, Ike. P.S. I don't want to alarm you, but the thought of escape has crossed my mind. Ruff, ruff. Dear Miss LaRue, I hate to tell you this, but I'm terribly ill. It started in my paw, causing me to limp all day. Later, I felt queasy, so that I could barely eat dinner except for the yummy gravy. Then I began to moan and howl. Finally, I had to be taken to the vet, Dr. Wilfrey. He claims that he can't find anything wrong with me, but I'm certain I have an awful disease. I must come home at once. Honestly yours, Ike. Dear Miss LaRue, ruff, ruff. Thank you for the lovely get well card. Still, I'm a little surprised that you didn't come get me. I know what Dr. Wilfrey says, but is it really wise to take risk with one's health? I could have a relapse, you know. With fall here, I think about all the fine times we used to have in the park. Remember how sometimes you would bring me along a tennis ball, you would throw it, and I would retrieve it? Every time? Except for once when it landed in something nasty and I brought you back a stick instead? Oh, how I miss those days. Yours truly, Ike. P.S. Imagine how awful it is for me stuck inside my tiny cell. P.S. I still feel pretty sick. Right. Dear Miss LaRue, by the time you read this, I'll be gone. I've decided to attempt a daring escape. I'm sorry it has come to this, but since I'm really a very good dog, but frankly you left me no choice. How sad it is not to be appreciated. From now on, I'll wander from town to town without a home, or even any dog food, most likely. Such is life of a desperate outlaw. I will try to write from you from time to time and carry on with my hardship and danger. Your lonely fugitive, Ike. The Snort City Register Gazette. LaRue escapes doggy detention. Former Snort City resident Ike LaRue escaped last night from the dormitory at the Igor Brotweller K-9 Academy. The dog is described as toothy by local police. His current whereabouts are unknown. To be honest, I thought he was bluffing the whole time when he was planning to escape, said a visibly upset Gertrude R. LaRue, the dog's owner. Ike tends to be a bit melodramatic, you know. Now I can only pray that he'll come back. Asked if she would return Ike to Rottweiler Academy, Miss LaRue said that she would have to wait and see. He's a good dog, basically, but he can be difficult. Dear Miss LaRue, rough, I've come to suffer horribly as I roam the barren wasteland. Who knows where my wanderings will take me now? Hopefully to some place with yummy food. Remember the special treats you used to make for me? I miss them. I miss our nice, comfy apartments. But mostly I miss you. Your sad dog, Ike. P.S. I even miss the Hibbins cat. In a way. Dear Miss LaRue, the world is a hard and cruel place for a stray dog. You would scarcely believe the misery I've endured, so I've had to return home. You may try and lock me up again, but that's a risk I must take. And frankly, even more than myself, I worry about you. You may not know it, Miss LaRue, but you need a dog. Your misunderstood friend, Ike. The Snort City Register Gazette. Hero dog saves owner. Ike LaRue, until recently a student at the Igor Brotweiler K-9 Academy, returned to Snort City yesterday in dramatic fashion. In fact, he arrived just in time to rescue his owner, Gertrude R. LaRue of 2nd Avenue, from an oncoming truck. Miss LaRue had made the trip downtown to purchase a new camel's hair coat. Apparently, she neglected to look both ways before stepping out into traffic. The daring rescue was witnessed by several onlookers, including patrolman Newton Smitzer. He rolled right across 2 lanes of traffic to get at her, said Mr. Smitzer. It was really something. I hadn't seen rolling like that since I left the police academy. Miss LaRue was unhurt in the incident, though her coat was badly torn. Well, I just don't care about that. I'm just happy to have my dog Ike back, home where he belongs, said Miss LaRue. She now plans to throw a big party for the dog. All the neighbors will be there, and I'm going to serve Ike's favorite dishes. I'll bet he can't wait to taste the chicken pie. The end. Our next story is, Can I Be Your Dog? Ruff! Dear people at Yellow House, woof! Can I be your dog? I am potty trained and I have my own squeaky bone. Also, I love to play. I see you have a cat, but I'm willing to work with you. Who's a good dog? I am. Sincerely, Archie. P.S. I know every house on Butternut Street, but I asked yours first. Dear Arfie, we're so sorry, but you cannot be our dog. Our cat is, allergic. Good luck in your search. The Honeywells. Dear Butcher Lady, can I be your dog? I think your butcher shop would be a great place for a puppy like me. I could keep the floor nice and clean. Arfie. Look, pal, I've got a bone to pick with you. Last time I let a dog into my shop, a dozen meatballs went missing. Sorry, but there's no way I'm taking in a pooch. Veronica Shank. Butcher. P.S. No hard feelings. Enjoy these dried giblets and good luck finding a home. Dear Fire Station number 5, can I be your dog? I can fetch your boots. Plus, let's just say I know my way around the fire hydrant. I've sniffed out every single one on Butternut Street, and yours is the shiniest. Arfie. Dear applicant, thank you for your interest in working with the Butternut Street Fire Station. Unfortunately, the position of fire dog has already been filled. We will keep your letter on file. Best wishes in your search. Station number 5. Well, he showed them. Dear Junkyard Guy, I'm not gonna lie. You're my next to last choice, but the past few days have been rough. Rough. So please, can I be your dog? I don't eat much, and I can bark if people try and steal your junk and stuff. Hopefully yours, Arfie. Dear Mutt, get lost. Dear Last House on Butternut Street, can I be your dog? I see your yard is full of weeds and your windows are broken and there's a funny smell, but I'm not picky. Just lonely. Arfie. Dear Arfie, can I be your person? I need a friend who will be with me no matter what, snow, rain, heat, or gloom of night, and I see that you already know where everyone on Butternut Street lives. I know you'll make a first-class partner, with warm hugs and head scratches, Misty Whipple, letter carrier. P.S. If you agree, meet me at the big blue mailbox. Dear Mitzi, you know what? My tail's been wagging since I got your note. My answer is yes, truly yours, Archie. P.S. Woof. The end. That was Can I Be Your Dog? Our last story is I Found a Kitty. Dear Diary, woof. Today I played outside. It was Tuesday, so I dug up a stick and I barked at a bird. But then I smelled something new. I followed the smell across 2 backyards and down to a drain pipe. The smell wasn't a treat, or a tennis ball, or an old boot. It was a friend. He needed a home, so I got to work. Dear music teacher, I found a kitty. Can you help him? His name is Scampers. I really want to keep him, but my person is allergic to cats. Scamper likes to eat, play, and poop in a box. He also likes to sing. I know he would make beautiful music with your students. Your neighbor, Arfie. Dear Arfie, Scampers is a wonderful kitten. His tail twitches to the beat, but his high notes are simply too much. I'm sorry, I was hoping for some more harmony in my household, but with Scamper here, I can hardly find a single measure of rest. Best wishes in your church, Maestro Mitch. Dear cute little neighbor babies, I found a kitty. He's a lot like you. He takes naps, he eats every 2 hours, and likes to crawl under the couch on his tummy. Can you help him? Sincerely, Arfie. Dear Arfie, we have wanted a little bitty itty kitty since the day we were born. We snuggled with him in the morning and nuzzled with him in the afternoon and squeezed him like a teddy bear at night. But then a funny thing happened. He squirmed out of our arms and ran out the door. We'll go back to snuggling our fuzzy wuzzy sheepy blankie. Benny, Bonnie, and Boo. Dear nice mechanic, can you help my kitty? I saw a mouse at your garage one time, and we all know cats are great at chasing mice. I'll bet Scamper would pounce on the chance to help you out. Your pal, Arfie. Dear Arfie, you're right, my garage has a huge mouse problem. Those little squeakers are bumper to bumper in here. I was all revved up to give Scamper a chance, but he didn't eat a single mouse. He just played with them. Sorry to throw a wrench in your plans, but I need a mouser who's willing to sink his teeth into his work. Emily Lugnut, mechanic. To the people in the fancy building with the red carpet out front. Can you help my kitty? Scamper's fur is shiny and his eyes are as sparkly as the stars on your sidewalk. Woof! With all due respect, Arfie. To Arfie, from Melissa Glitz, talent agent. Arfie baby, I've been on the prowl for someone like Scamper's from the moment he entered my studio. I knew he'd be a superstar. All I had to do was style his fur and polish his teeth and do something about those claws. But then, right after his photo shoot, Scamper's gagged and twitched and hacked up a 2-pound fur ball right into my designer bag. So sorry, darling, but our little glamour puss would be more at home on a living room rug than on the red carpet. Hugs and kisses, Missy. Dear cat lover guy, I was sniffing around your bushes and I noticed something about your house. You have cat curtains, a cat clock, cat wallpaper, a cat sofa, a cat toilet seat, and a whole bunch of shiny cat statues, but you don't have an actual cat. Can you help my kitty? I think Scampers would fit right in. Hopefully, Arfie. Oh, dear Arfie, I've spent my whole life collecting kitty cat knickknacks. Scampers is just what I was missing. Our first morning together was dreamy. I fed him and brushed him and tucked him into his kitty bed, and we both purred with delight. But then he started to play. That frisky kitten knocked over my entire collection of ceramic cats. My figurines and my heart were shattered. I'm sorry, but Scampers is too playful to be part of my collection. Herbert Delgato. Ho, ho. Dear Arfie, don't be sad. You're such a good boy. Thank you for trying to find me a home. I sang, I cuddled, I played, I got brushed, but how do I put this? None of those people were right for me. I need a home where I can do all of those things. But where can we find such a place? Scampers. Dear Butternut Nursing Home, can you help my kitty? He loves music, and he loves to play, and he loves to take naps and laps in a sunny room, and he loves making people happy. In fact, I think he could help you. I hope you agree. Your home would be perfect for him. With love, Arfie. P.S. Meow. That's from Scamper. Oh, look at the little kitty. He should live with us. The end.
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed those stories as much as I did. Until next time, wear your mask, wash your hands, stay 6 feet apart, at least, and happy Friday.